Welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds right now for tonight's second game matchup. This one coming up between the White Elephants and the Trash Pandas. Trash Pandas tonight will be in your cream color jerseys starting on the right half side of your screen. They'll be going right to left here in the first period. And to the left, it's going to be the White Elephants. They'll be in the white jerseys, of course. So they'll be going left to right. Warm-ups are complete here as we're just about set to get underway. I'm trying to get my roster here just about correct. Have a lot of the jerseys here. Just trying to get the last little bit corrected here for the Trash Pandas. Have the full roster here once again for the White Elephants. Making her first appearance in a handful of weeks, that's going to be Erin Proctor for the Trash Pandas. Has 3 goals on the season. Looking to pick up right where she left off. That would have been right before all that winter weather we had about a week to 2 weeks ago. And net tonight for the Trash Pandas will not be Evan Goldberg, as he could have, I believe, appears to be skating out here tonight. It's going to be Jeremy Markovich standing in the crease. For the White Elephants, it's going to be Charles Hawk rocking an .884 save percentage with a 4.33 goal against average. 20 minutes up on the board. And away we go here for the start of the first period. Puck's dropped and away we go. Able to win this one back is going to be 74, or 25 that is, at Bodwick's. Able to work it up to 47. The Sprague just has it offside. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off here about 15 seconds into this first period. Some of the names to watch out here for tonight, and that's going to be the 25 of the Trash Pandas, Chris Bodwick's, 4 goals, 3 assists on the season. And for the White Elephants, it's going to be Jared Melanchuk as long as he's here. Haven't seen him yet, but it's going to be between him and Josh Herrera. Up on the far side, White Elephants able to take possession of the puck. They have it down low. Still holding on to it as it's going to be dropped down low to Church. Church able to work it forward to 27 of Shogun, hitting the blue line but couldn't get a shot off. Drops back for Church, trying to fire back into shot on, but Riccardi's able to work it forward to Proctor. Proctor chips it forward, but just out of the reach of his man. Able to work it back there with Riccardi, but couldn't get it out. Proctor working it down at the goal line, still in possession of it. Trying to chip it out in front, and Shogun able to take it away from 25 of Bodwick's. Has it down low for Proctor, still in the attacking zone here for the Pandas. Up to the point, trying to drop one in, goes off a shin pad of a body out in front as here comes the Pandas the other way. As Melanchuk is indeed here, making his presence known here early. 9 goals so far in the season, 4 assists for 13 points. Yeah, that's where they have the basketball games at. NC State plays their basketball games at Lenovo. Down low, here's a chance, backhanded shot from 13. I believe that was of Hoots. Indeed, so went wide. As it's loose up in the neutral zone from Riccardi. Able to dump it in deep back to Mark Riccardi as it's the battle of the 2 Riccardis here tonight between Brian and Mark Riccardi. Centering feed goes right in the feet of Baxter, and Healy took a sharp angle shot through the left pad of Markovich. As this is going to escape the zone and out to the neutral zone for Mohorn. Mohorn dekes around Hoots, still with it, trying to get it around now. 74 of Redmond. As is up to the far side, Baxter able to work it out. Baxter now in a foot race against Mohorn. Baxter to it, holds from the right circle, trying to chip it out in front. Took a little forehand, backhand action to it, but able to make the stop was Charles Hawk. Hoots up to the far side, kept it in Riccardi for the time being, but escapes dangerous. Here comes Hutchins, one-on-one to the blue line, waiting for reinforcements, trying to get a centering feed, and able to get so Vu fires one on. Going to be sent aside from Markovich as it's up top for Bodwick's. Trying to chip it out. Here's Hoots. They have numbers 3 on Earth. They hurry. Hoots up to the top, drops it back out in front, spinning around to the far side. Clear it out down low, but still with its Baxter. To the point, fires one on. Hit a couple of bodies up out in front as Hoots was trying to poke it home. Sent on the back doorstep, but able to clear it out for Shogun, but just a tad too far as that was Horn, my bad. Markovich working it down low for Riccardi. Riccardi through center ice to the blue line. Justin on sides. Back behind him. That's going to be 6 of a man I don't believe is on my roster. And all alone shot. Able to keep this one out. Whistle blows as Melanchuk nearly had a chance to get his 10th goal of the season. Remember who 6 was by chance for the cream color team? He's not on my roster. He's that one I had to take a picture of. Puck's dropped. Shogun taking it in the corner, battling at it with 6. Taking it around the net. Coming out in front was Hawk. Tried to fire a sharp angle shot as it goes up top from 8 of Garrett Long. Working it down low. Here comes Hawk. Through the neutral zone, trying to get around one of Cooper, that is. Working it forward. Long couldn't keep it in his feet. Bog was trying to clear it out. Able to keep it in was Melanchuk. Fires a shot on Markovic, sends it aside. Long with it up the far side half boards. Puck still battling, finds its way over to Melanchuk. Centering. Here's a chance. Backhanded shot. Went off a body out in front as it's going to be going back to the left now in favor of the Pandas. Holds Riccardi on the back doorstep just and it wide with 6. Comes out for Cooper. And we get our one man trying to get a centering feed down low as it comes out to the point. Long not able to get it out. Sent it just wide and diving on top of it was Charles Hawk. 15 minutes flat to go here in the first period. Puck shot, quick shot from the point, gets blocked out in front. Heads down into the corners. Proctor behind the net. Krummenacher. Apologies, there's, I believe that is 7. No, that was Krummenacher indeed. Horn trying to keep it in. Proctor gets a turnover. Proctor up to the far side, battling with one. Proctor shot goes off a body out in front as it's going to be played down low. Captain 25 of Bodwick's. Down low, Krummenacher through the paint, goes up top. Riccardi able to deker on one. Riccardi still with it, gets around Church. Trying to just chip one out in front for Krummenacher as Riccardi is able to take it down low. Centers, sent aside, rebound shot. Blocked out in front. Able to get a piece of it was Mark Riccardi. Proctor battling at it behind the back of the boards as it's going to come down low for the Pandas, but just able to escape the blue line as Horn has it, drops it back for Hutchins. Hutchins has it up top, trying to get around Proctor. Hutchins with it. Church dancing down low as this nearly goes up and out of play. Hitting the top part of the backboards. Church looking for a deflection out in front. This is going to be played by Sprague. Vu keeps it in. Down low, Sprague trying to work it down for Proctor. She has it to the blue line. 3-on-2. Proctor holds up to the far side, but couldn't handle the pass of Sprague. Proctor was calling for it as it's going to be played down low. Bodwick's not able to keep it in. Horn up to the far side. In stride. Here comes Hutchins. Forehand shot saved by Markovic. And attempting to clear that out was 47 of Sprague, I do believe. As it's going to be worked up forward. Tried to fire a pass down low. Intercepted by Hutchins. Nearly found a chance to Horn. And it's going to be played down low from the Caveman. Baxter. Up to the far side. Just off sides as Hoots will throw it down to the ice. As Baxter will apply the forecheck. Down low, Melanchuk couldn't clear it out. Bodwick fires a no-look shot. Now we got a tip out in front from 74 of Redmond. As it's going to be played from Long. Chips it down low. Melanchuk to the blue line. Trying to deker on one. Diving out in front. Nearly got a piece of Markovic as it's played down in the corner. Spinning around, chipping it out. Here comes a chance. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Flattens up, fires, sends it wide was Riccardi. Nobody home at the point except for Long to clear this one out. Down low, Shogun trying to work it forward. That's Melanchuk down in the corner, but Bodwick's able to clear it out to Riccardi. Riccardi up top for Hoots. Hoots him okay. was dancing right in front of the net. Baxter down low to the corner. Right back the other way from Hoots. Baxter drops it back to the point for Riccardi. Back over for Baxter on top of the Wake Forest logo. Backhanded shot. As a rebound shot. Got a piece of it was Charles Hawk. Clear it down to the ice. This should be an icing call here. Indeed so. 11:15 to go here in the first period. Shots on goal. Tied up 5 apiece. Puck shot played down low, not able to keep it in, was 25 of Broadwick's. Just able to get enough of it to negate an icing. Up to the far side for 6. Cooper works it forward, back over for 6. In a foot race now against Hawk. Fires a long shot, that one went wide. Down low, Mulcahy tried to fire one off the body of Horn. As a rebound went up the far side half boards. Kept in. Has Riccardi down low. Sharp ankle shot goes right into the glove of Charles Hawk. Keeps this one frozen. 10:17 to go here in the first. Kept in at the point, works it down low. 6 with it. Trying to chip it over for himself, and that's going to be played down low from Long. Here comes the White Elephants with it. Up top, trying to get it over to Horn. Turned the wrong shoulder, and it's going to be picked up from the Caveman. Down low, Mulcahy trying to clear it out. Camp Mohorn keeps it in, but only for a second as it's going to be worked back the other way. Up top, trying to keep it in Riccardi. Puck's loose in 4 different skates of White Elephants. Cooper able to keep it in as it's run up the far side corner. Tim Hawk in the corner with it, battling against Mulcahy, dropping it down low. Mohorn behind the back of the net. The White Elephants and Trash Pandas, that is. Apologies. The Cavemen played back in game number 1. Definitely not the same team here. Centers on the backhand save made by Markovic. Kept in here from the White Elephants. To the point, down low, has a chance now for Church. Winds up, fires, trying to get a tip out in front. Rebound, Markovic makes the initial save and covers it up, negating the Trash Pandas. Still sitting scoreless here through 7.5 to go here in the first period. Puck comes down low to the point. Church not able to keep it in. Here comes the Trash Pandas down low. It's Proctor to the blue line and on sides. Waiting for reinforcements. Has 2 men chasing deep. Proctor turns it over. And the feet of Horn works it up. Here comes Melanchuk. Melanchuk in a 2-on-1. Melanchuk goes up top. Fires one. Just in it wide down low. I believe Markovic would have been there regardless, but then again, who knows if it's on net. Here's Proctor and all alone looking for goal number 4. Has it loose up in her feet, trying to just lift it. As the puck goes far side into the corner. Trying to clear it out, can't. Kept in Riccardi with it. Up to the far side, shot goes high off the backboards. Has it down low. Foot race now here between Hutchins. Up to the far side. Church not able to hold on to it. Trying to just work this one back over as it's turned over for Sprague. Trying to get it down low for Proctor. She's now going to be a foot race back the other way. Trying to chip it forward. Can't. As Shogun's able to dump it down in the midst of a line change here for the Pandas. Hoots up top in a one-on-one. Holds, fires, save made by Hawk. Rebound comes down low. Baxter to the point. Able to dig on one. Broadwick's going to ring it around. Hoots the first one to it. As along with the long arms keeps it in. Baxter fires one on. Gets blocked off. Handful of skates out in front and clear down length of the ice. That should be down for an icing. Indeed so. Shots on goal. 9-11 in favor of the Pandas. Could you get me a water? Or no? No. Oh, okay. Riccardi fires one in. That took a shot off somebody out in front. Down the corner, Redmond centers. Here's a chance. Riccardi fires one right back in. Able to keep a hold of this is Charles Hawk. I might need that one. Give me just 1 second and I'll be right back here. Apologies there, as I should be back now as it's worked up to the far side for long. Have not missed anything. Chipped out in front, played down from a Panda. As it's me worked forward just out of the reach of Hoots. Down low, Redmond. Up to the far side for Hoots. Hoots getting with it. Cross ice feed and tip down for Melanchuk. Captain Shogun trying to work it back. Melanchuk fires one in. Just went wide. Mulcahy taking it behind the back of the net. For those still watching, please check and see if the stream is working. I'll be trying to read the comments as I can. Played up through the neutral zone. White Elephants with it to the blind and on sides. Holding with it was Melanchuk. Over deked it. As the Pandas try to clear it out, and it looks like I'm good now. So we'll play on. Up top for the Pandas. Perfect, thank you. Okay, gonna backhand it in deep. First one to pick it up is gonna be Hawk in the far side corner. Shipped it out near, got a turnover from Cooper, played to the neutral zone from Broadwicks. Up top. Back for Broadwicks down low, trying to beat it around a pressuring Shogun. Broadwick still with it on the backhand. Deep in front of his own net. Up top, turned over. Hoots. Hawk, that is, down low, trying to get it to Melanchuk to the blue line. Shogun trying to get a centering feed, turned over. Has Cooper up top. Just out of the reach of 6 as Hawk's able to keep it in. Loose up in the neutral zone. Throwing his man down to the ice was Melanchuk. Out in front, forehand shot, scores! Shogun right in front of the doorstep. Able to take that one home from the pass of Melanchuk. Shogun getting his first goal of the season as Melanchuk picks up his 5th assist of the year. One nothing here, White Elephants, with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here in the first period. Through the neutral zone, Vu trying to chip it forward. Pockets with it. Vu gives a shove. Back the other way it goes. Riccardi fires a long shot. Glove saved by Hawk. Flash into weather here. Just over a minute to go in the first period. As we're now under a minute here in period number 1. Shots on goal 16-10 in favor of the Pandas. As we play on. Church going to take it behind the net. Off the face-off win. Turned over. Trying to get to the point. Bodwick's with it. Fires one on. Tipped right out in front. Here's a chance. Pandas sitting right on the doorstep. Has Proctor waiting down low as it goes up top for long. Church fires a backhand but not able to get it out to the point. Redmond keeps it in. Fires. Tipped. That's going to go right into the bread basket of Charles Hawk. That's just about going to do it here for the first period. 15 to go. Puck's drop just went wide of Hawk as it's going to be played to the near side corner with 5 seconds to go. Try to chip it right out in front. Puck still is behind the net with one, and that will do it here for the first period. 1-0 your score in favor of the Elephants. As we're going to take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back here for the start of period number 2 as the puck is dropped. Able to win this one back was Melanchuk. Baxter nearly got a turnover right off the draw. Here comes Hutchins down low. Man chasing down hard and sets him to be played back to Melanchuk. Fires one on. Pad save. Trying to lift it. Puck still free. 2, 3, 4 chances now as Shogun still not able to put it in past Jeremy Markovich. Played down low for Baxter but couldn't hold on to it. Hutchins tried to drop it back for Riccardi. Hutchins able to clear this one out of danger. Up to Eric Church to the neutral zone. Broadwicks down low to Riccardi. Riccardi surveying his options through center ice. Nearly got a turnover. And indeed so. Here comes the Elephants to the far side. Trying to deke out in front as it's played up to the far side corner. Melanchuk gets it to the point but couldn't keep it in. Nearly an interference there at the blue line from the White Elephants. Hutchins trying to drop it back. Instead, nearly got a turnover instead. As Riccardi works it down deep from Shogun. Bodwicks turns it over and sends it up high. Has Baxter, but over skates it ahead of Hoots. Dancing all alone down low. Trying to leave it over to 74 of Redmond. As he thought it was going to be played to Hoots. And Hoots thought it was going to be played right back the other way. This will give a chance for the Elephants to take it back the other way. They're going right to left here in the second period. As it's going to be horn up top. Can't keep it in. To the neutral zone. Church just going to dump it in. This is going to go out of play into the White Elephants bench. That's where Church will go himself. 18-10 to go in the second. neutral zone face-off here coming up in front of the White Elephants bench. Puck shot. Elephants able to win it back from Vu. Down low to Hawk. Hawk trying to backhand this one down low for long, just out of his reach. As Riccardi works it up to the far side. Pass down low, intercepted to Vu. Vu has it stuck up in his skates as it's played down low to Long. Cooper trying to clear it out. Long with it. Fires a shot on. Goes off the body of Bodwicks as here he comes up top. 3-on-2. To the blue line, just in on sides. Bodwicks fires one on. Has a rebound down low. Shot hits the iron. But Hawk was there to cover it up right on the doorstep. Keeps it a 1-0 game in favor of the Elephants. Pandas in a big second period here. Currently leading in shots on goal, but yet have been able to put home the first goal of their night. Riccardi fires it on. Nearly got a tip out in front, one off the body of Hawk. Works it down low for Long. Can't clear it out, now does after it bounces off his skate. Melanchuk down low. Centers goes up top for Horn, just out of his reach. He tries to get a centering feed, but nobody was waiting in front. Pass to Cooper out of her reach. Hawk falls down, coming out of his net into play. It's going to be the netminder. That's Charles Hawk. If we get a goal right here from Hutchins, we will see a assist from the netminder. Nearly got it as Riccardi able to pick up the rebound as it's up top for Hutchins. Fires on, got a tip to it. That was friendly fire from Melanchuk. As here comes Krumanacher down low through center ice with speed to the blue line. Skating in, fires one on. This one went high as Hawk thought he had a piece of it. Hawk for Shogun, loose up in his feet, trying to clear it out, can't. Riccardi fires one in, shot wide. Hawk behind a Hawk. Let's see if I can say that again. Hawk behind of Hawk. Works it forward, Hutchins. Lost through his hand as he tried to play it down low. As it's Krumanacher trying to dump it up to the far side from OK. Going to be a foot race now in front of the netminder as Hawk clears it up top. Here's a chance once again for a goalie assist. End up losing it. Here's Ricardo, gets the turnover, negating a shot attempt. What a good back check there from the Pandas. Turned over, fires one on, took a slash from Bodwicks. Sharp angle shot, goes right out in front. Nobody was home. Diving effort from the White Elephants, but can't keep it in. Riccardi to the blue line, holding. Hawk up top, drops it back into the feet of Hawk. As he looked to clear it up, but couldn't be the first one to it, as it's going to be Redmond. Has it down low to the blue line. Being pressured down outside. Spinning around still with it. Fires one on was Vu. Shot. Got a piece of Markovic. Rebound went high up over his shoulder. Just had enough arc to keep it out of the back of the net. As Markovic had no idea where that was at. Played down low. Horn couldn't keep it in. Cooper able to clear it out to neutral. Back over for Cooper. Leaving it for Riccardi. Down length of the ice can be picked up from the Elephants. Taking it the other way. They have numbers. And a lot of numbers. Flying a shot on rebounds. Played up into the corner. Bodwick's trying to be the first into it as it was attempted to be cleared into the slot. Here comes a breakaway all alone to 47 of Sprague, looking for his third goal this season. Backhand shot saved by Hawk. Krumanacher trying to fire a backhand one-timer in. Comes down low and out of the zone. Riccardi fires a backhanded one over. Turned over. Here comes Long. To the blue line. Holds. Trying to chip one up top. Went through the legs of Horn. Looking to get a centering feed as there was no white sweaters in front of the crease of Jeremy Markovic. Spinning around. Shot saved by Markovic as Melanchuk was looking to get his 10th goal of the season. Long down low has a pair, 1 goal and assist. Slowing things down, here's Riccardi. Very far off sides was Proctor. Drops it back to Bodwicks. Centers. That's going to go on the net. Going to be played from Hawk as he'll decide to just cover it up. 13-14 to go here in the second period. Here comes a 2-on-1 breakaway, 3-on-1 if they hurry. Melanchuk try to get a centering feed. Backhand down low for a long. Markovic diving out of the net. And now cleared down to the ice. No icing. Oh, apologies there, as I thought I had both goals on the camera. Woo! To the blue line. And on sides down low, stopping. Melanchuk, Hutchins fires one on. Shogun to the point to Mulhorn, keeps it and rings it back down low. Riccardi pressuring by Hutchins. Up top and clear down to the ice. This should be an icing. And indeed so. 12:06 to go in the second period. Hawk not able to keep it in. To the neutral zone, down low. Hutchins try to chip it up top for Shogun. Has a stake to it, but pressuring on it was 74 of Redmond. Hoots not able to hold on to it as it's worked down low. Nearly falling over was Vu, taking it in. Wide open the slot, still has it stuck up, tripped up, no call. As it's going to be sent the other way, 6 has it. That's Redmond up top to the blue line. Hoots down low. Has 3 defensemen in his way. As Hawks able to get the turnover. Played down low to the corner. Just sitting. Now down to the point. Riccardi with it. Trying to skate it in past 33 of Mulhorn. Loose up in his feet. Riccardi still with it. Drops it down low. Took a shoulder. Nobody home at the point as it's going to be sent right back the other way here for the Elephants. Hutchins. Holds, drops it back for Hawk. Would have been a good play there as it's still loose up in front of Markovic. As it's played down the corner now for Vu. Picking up loose change behind the net. Pass right out in front. Nearly turned over there as here comes Hoots. 1-on-1, has to beat around Hawk. Stops, has 6 back, top of the point. Fires! Save made by Hawk. And at 10:04 to go here in the second period. Goes right out in front, not too happy about it there. As it's going to be played up to the point for Riccardi. Down low, Mulcahy trying to get a tip out in front from Krupenacher. Still with it. Try to get a center feed. Had Cooper in front of the crease. Played out top to the point. Just over 9 to go. Clear to the corner and picking up his own rebounds. The Elephants. Chip to the neutral zone for Horn. Long down low. Nearly on a breakaway. Riccardi trying to clear it out and does. For Mulcahy. Trying to get it down low for Bodwicks, who has 7 points on the season, 4 of them being goals. Up to the far side. Nearly got a turnover right out in front. Church with it. Jumps up to the far side for Horn. They have numbers if they hurry. Has Long down low, just out of his reach. Long still with it. Trying to chip it up for himself. Sharp angle shot behind the back of the net. Hit a piece of the crossbar. That would have been a hard one to bank in, but don't know if you don't try. Through the feet of Church, trying to work it back for him. Church trying to clear it out. Still loose at the point for now as Bodwicks escapes it. Cooper will dump it in, go off for a line change. Riccardi up to the top side, trying to get it over for Horn. Turn it over, Proctor. Through the feet. Church takes his man down to the ice. Tipped out in front, rebound, just went wide, Sprague. And Proctor behind the back of the nets. Proctor trying to chip it out in front, cover it up by Hawk. Puck stoppage here. Just under 8 to go in period 2. Baxter takes the drop. Riccardi fires one on, tipped right out in front. Trying to just lift it was Baxter. Just a little too late to the party as it comes down low. Centers. There had a chance from Hutchins. And a foot race now against Riccardi. Apologies there as that was Bodwick's up top. Mulhorn to his defensive blue line has Hawk down low. Able to deke run one but couldn't hold on to it as he's able to pick it right back up. Down low now for Hutchins. To the blue line trying to just get it in deep. A hard task trying to get around Bodwick's. Centers. Goes off a body out in front as it was Riccardi trying to get it over for Proctor. Can't turn it over. Hawk keeps it in. Now for Melanchuk. Fires one on. Sent wide. As Hawk down low. Sharp angle shot. Tipped right out in front. Nobody home on the doorstep to poke that one home. As this one gets sent down to the ice but will not be an icing. Going to be played out in front. Mulhorn nearly backhands this one up and out of play as it's played off the near side glass. Vu up top on a foot race against Bodwick's. To the blue line. Trying to get around Bodwick's. Vu still with it. Fires a shot. Tip. Went wide. Proctor up to the far side. Able to get it to Horn. Or Sprague, that is. Apologies. Back to Proctor. Now they got a chance to get it over to Baxter as that went through the paint. Down low for Proctor. They have numbers up top. Able to get it to 6 in on sides. Long shot blocked out in front from Mulhorn. Centers. Nearly had a chance from Proctor. Back down low out in front. Nobody home once again. Riccardi nearly able to keep this one in, but holds possession at his offensive blue line. Will dump it back to Bodwick's. Up top has Hoots. To the top of the circle. Trying to get a centering feed, but not able to get it on net. Bodwick's in. Being pressured by 33. Shoots. And scores. As I thought that was cleared down into the corner, the Pandas were able to come back and tie this one up at 1. Unfortunately here, unsure of who got credit with that one. A 1-1 game here, under 5 to go in the second period. This is going to be up top for Church. Fires one on. Save made by Markovich. Also have an offensive zone face-off here for the White Elephants. Puck's dropped, trying to win it for the Elephants right out in front of that minor Markovich, able to reach high and glove this one down. Handful of seconds here, killed off in the second period. Still no penalties here in this one. And I was going back to look through it would have been Sunday night's now game. And some of the reports that were made. And, very, very clearly, Vincent Cassie had a penalty. It was 4-on-4 with Bullock. Well, you see, going into the game notes and back at that game, it showed that Vince Sedekassi did not get a penalty. So, technically, according to point streak, he still sits with 0. I'll see how long that sits for, but we do know that he does have 2 on the season. Up top, center trying to get it down low for Melanchuk. To the far side with 3:14 to go. Trying to chip it out in front. Again, they'd be covered up from Hawk. Or Markovich, that is. 3:05 to go in the second period. Down low, back to a tie ball game here. This is a sent high over the cage of Markovich. Long behind the net to pick up the change. Up to the far side, couldn't clear it out. Mulcahy with it, trying to chip it forward. Kept in from Church. Down low, long backhanded shot goes high. Trying to pitch it off and does is Riccardi. Down low to the corner. Goes right out in front for Broadwicks. From OK to the neutral zone. Not going to be able to beat around 13 of Melanchuk. But Cooper tried. Riccardi works it back to Melanchuk. As Long went hard into Cooper. As it's down low, back for Melanchuk. Spinning around. Cleared out. Krummenacher to the point. Church fires one on tip. Got sent wide. Long has it right out in front. Punched out to Krummenacher up top from OK. Trying to get it back for Krummenacher. Now in a foot race against Riccardi. Krummenacher with a long shot. Catches it like a catcher was Charles Hawk as he read that one like a book. 95 seconds to go here in the second period, sitting in a 1-1 game. Offensive zone face-off here for the Pandas. To the corner. Baxter keeps it in, fires one on, goes off a body out in front as it's going to be a foot race now the other way. Trying to get a centering feed as this is going to be played into the corner with 1:04 to go. Baxter down low, trying to get it over to Sprague. Sprague has it. They have numbers back the other way now, 3-on-2. 6, works it back to Sprague, to Proctor. Proctor holding, trying to drop it back. 6 shot save made by Hawk. Trying to do a little bit of a tic-tac-toe here. Anyways, what we've seen on the Winter Olympics from Team USA here in the round robin turn of play. Down to 34 to go in the second. Baxter at the point, fires one on, tipped, shot, rebound goes right out in front. Proctor has it loose up in her skates. Sprague to the corner, centers, has a chance but not able to get a shot off. Hauls his man down to the ice with 6. As it's ever so slightly going to be touched up. And we're going to have a hooking call here on a Tuesday to number 6. With 10 seconds to go. This penalty looks like it's going to run over into the third period. 10 seconds left to go here in the second. As we stop it at 10 flat. Not many times you see that. Here's a puck's dropped. Played down low with 6. Hawk down low to the goal line. Centers nearly had a chance from Vu, as that would have been one of the better power play goals we've seen on the season. That will do it here for the second period. Scores all knotted up at 1 apiece as we go into period number 3. Coming back here into the third and final period of play. All knotted up at one apiece, as this is going to be a big period here with a minute 50 to go on a penalty here to the Pandas. That's assessed to number 6, a hooking call. That came with 10 seconds to go in the second period. Puck's dropped and away we go. Sorry about that as I accidentally muted the mic. Turned over. Krummenacher behind the net. Short-handed chance. Ended up losing it down once again. Back by the net. Hoots pressuring it. Killing some very valuable time here with 1:30 to go on the penalty. Church leaving it back. Krummenacher applying the forecheck. Has it down low for Horn. Trying to leave it for Vu. Vu has it. Man chasing up high. Vu fires a shot. Hit it off the side of the cage. With Vu having it down low in the corner. Church keeps it in. Gets around one. Church fires one on. That's going to go into the breadbasket of Markovic. Well, that will kill, once again, some very precious time here on the man advantage in the third period. 1 flat to go on the penalty. 19:07 to go in the third period. Face-off coming up to the glove hand side of Markovic. Puck shot. Baxter trying to clear it out. Glove down by Church. Works it up top for Long. No, he ended up losing it in his stick. Down low. Baxter trying to clear it out. And it will be all the way down to the ice. Hawk coming out of his net to play it. Played down low. Has it Church. Church trying to work it forward. Turned over and cleared down the ice once again. As Hawk's going to have to play it. Down low for Shogun, trying to get it back, and does so for Riccardi. Up to the far side for Long, trying to dump it back in. Here comes Church. Church battling against Bodwicks. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Penalty has expired. Long down low, trying to get it for Riccardi. Drops it back just out of the reach of Shogun. Can be played from Bodwicks to Baxter. Got to stick to it, but Cooper is able to dump it down, link to the ice, as Baxter's going to go for a line change. Down low, nearly turned over from Riccardi. Would have led to a great A scoring chance for him. As it's played down low at the defensive blue line to Mulcahy. Has Proctor trying to work it forward, but couldn't get it to her. As here comes a 3-on-1 back the other way. Shogun up top. Fires a shot on Markovic, read it the entire way. Well, frees the puck here with 17:20 to go in the third period. Once again, all tied up at 1 apiece. 34-27 are your shots. About 3 minutes into your third period. Puck's dropped. Back deep, trying to work it down low. Proctor gonna leave it down low. 2-on-1. Krummenacher all alone, able to get past. Hawk shoots, goes 5-hole and scores. Getting his third goal of the season, Brian Krummenacher erases the 1-1 tie and gives the Pandas a 1-goal lead as it's 2-1 here into the third period. The Pandas' first lead of the game coming all the way in the third period with 16:25 to go. Played off the body of Hawk through center. Able to get it to Vu. Vu down low. Holding out in front, trying to chip one out in front. Nearly got a piece of Markovic and took a trip himself. Captain played up to the far side corner. Press ice feed from Mulhorn. Able to find Sprague. Centers. Proctor has it in her feet. Spinning around, passes up top for Krummenacher, the most recent goal scorer. Holds. Puck still with it. Nearly had it loose up in his feet. Backhanded pass goes into the middle of the rowing. And the far side faceoff dot. Bodwicks down low in his defensive zone. Chips it forward. Goes off a body, but able to get it back to himself. Up top for Proctor. Loose up in her feet. a large majority of the ones that did well last season in the upper league are looking to struggle here this year. Some of those being Aaron Proctor alongside Danny Jumpa on the season. Down low and on sides, Hutchins with it. Oh, it's shot, and this is going to go high off the back glass to the corner. Try to get a centering feed, goes right up front. Markovich going to cover it up. 5 minutes gone here in the third period. Cleared down, link to the ice, going to be played now down low. He's up in a feet right in front of the scorer's table. Cleared in from the Elephants. 6 going to work it down low for Redmond. Trying to clear it out. Now got a turnover, but Baxter able to get it. They have numbers. Up top, just out of the feet of Riccardi. Still with it in the corner. Takes it forward to himself as Hoots waiting on the doorstep down low. Played around. Redmond back for Hoots. Riccardi fires it on, went wide. Captain over at the far side point. One timer has a chance down low. Gonna take it behind the back and that has Hoots. Riccardi trying to find a one timer on top of the circle. Redmond down low, just sent this one wide. Up top, Redmond can't keep this one in. Baxter does. Melanchuk trying to work it in. Has Redmond down all alone. Back in a shot. Had a chance from Hoots, but couldn't get a stick to it. Back down low from Redmond for Hoots. Back to the near side corner, trying to clear it out. Shogun holding. Try to pass up to the far side. Baxter not able to hold this one in. As here comes Long, 1-on-1 against 6. It's trying to chip it in for him, but sent it just a tad too far. 12:58 to go here in the period. Marks it forward, loose stick on the ice. Right open in the slot, as that was Baxter's. Right offense to center, gonna dump it in deep. 6 holding in front of the netminder Markovich. Stretch pass down low for Redmond. They'll hit a chance to be a 2-on-1 if they were able to hold on to it. Vu back the other way. White Elephants needing a goal here in the last 12 and a half to go in the third. Over for Cooper through center ice. Rocking the blue sweater to the blue line, being pressured by number 10 of Eric Church. As it sits 2-1 here. 12:18 to go in the third period. Pass finds its way down low to Bodwicks. Cross ice feed finds Cooper on top of the Twin City Thunderbirds logo. Will dump it in past the left side faceoff dot. Down low, Mulcahy not able to keep this in, but 25 of Bodwicks can from the blue line, but poked out to center. Baxter to the far side, just out of the reach of a ranging Cooper. No icing though, as it was from the neutral zone. Baxter takes the temple, so does Hutchins, trying to work it back, still with it. Are the Elephants, it's Vu from the left side circle. He takes a tumble. Down low, and nobody was there at the point to hold on to it. Hutchins doing crossovers to neutral zone, but couldn't hold on to it. It was poked out by Sprague. Mulhorn fires a backhanded feed back over to neutral zone from Mulcahy. Waiting to retouch back in on sides, being pressured by 17 of Horn, but couldn't hold on to it. Down low in the corner, it goes for Hutchins. Up to the far side, Melanchuk with it. Trying to chip it out. Baxter keeps it in, down low, just out of the reach of Sprague. As he'll spin her around and dump it in deep on net. It goes of Hawk. As it's Krumnacher trying to get a center ring. Baxter fires one on. Got a piece of it. Was Hawk once again right off his blocker. Bodwick skating in from the left point. Passes it over to the far side as Mulcahy was doing the same thing. Try to get it back out to the point. Keeps it in for the time being was Baxter chasing down the blue line. Up to the far side, Melanchuk and on sides, having to beat her on Krumnacher with it. Still with it, Melanchuk spinning around. has been silent so far on this one. About halfway to go here in the third period. To the point. Winds up, fires his hawk on the slap shot. Goes through traffic. But Markovic able to keep it in front of him. And that was played off his stick and then covered up with 10-10 to go in the third period. Proctor not able to be the first into it, battling at it with Church. Church going to leave it to the far side corner. Chip down for Melanchuk. Once again, Melanchuk has 9 goals on the season, has 4 assists. Tripped up, there's going to be a delayed call here. Proctor touches it. And there we go, 9 minutes to go here in the third period. That's going to be a big power play here for the Elephants. Clock's going to be stopped at 8:53. Going to assume a tripping call as that's going to go against 25. Of Bodwick's. Puck's dropped and away we go to the point. Fires one in. Saved by Markovic to the corner along with it. Back to the point. Riccardi trying to get it down low for Church. Fires one on. Saved by Markovic. What a shot there from Church. Has 1 goal on the season. Just about to have 2 right there. Passing it down low from Church from Hawk. Able to deke around Hoots. Up top. Has it. Trying to get it down low for Shogun. Trying to beat her on Baxter, that is. As this can go right on net. Markovic goes right out in front. Trying to clear it out 6. As he's able to fire this one down. Look to the ice here once again. Another pass from the netminder finds its way to Church. 1:10 to go as Church fires this one in deep. Has no man chasing the far side corner. Trying to dump it out. Goes off the foot of Vu, and he definitely felt that one. As he went immediately down. New power play unit coming out here for the Elephants. As they need to find something quick. Cleared out and down like to the ice it goes. Up to the far side. There's one Trash Panda pressuring hard. Shogun back up to the far side. Able to get it to Mulhorn. Mulhorn trying to dump it in deep. Cleared up and out once again, but Tim Hawks nearly able to pick it up at his defensive blue line. Nearly tripped over the blue line. As it's going to be worked up to the neutral zone. Backhanded in deep. With under 10 to go on the penalty, under 7 to go in the period. Hutchins looks. Sharp angle, trying to get a tip out in front. As it's going to find its way to the back, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Down low for Broadwick's got a touch to it, so no icing. As Hawk works it up to the far side. Worked right back the other way. Takes it up top, still with it, but not able to get a shot off, going crashing into the boards. So they get up, but gets up nonetheless as here comes Hutchins. Drops it back for Melanchuk, needing to rely on him here in the third period. Melanchuk spinning around in the corner. Melanchuk still with it. Backhanded shot, save, and clear down link to the ice. That's going to go for icing. 6:13 to go in the third period. 5:43 to go here. Hawk up to the far side, trying to get it over to Shokin, just out of his reach. This is going to be played all the way in from Baldwicks. Hawk out of his net to play it. Still just holding it there as it's going to be played down low for Mulhorn. Mulhorn nearly lost it up in his feet and does. Here comes Krummenacher, fires one on, goes off the skate of Hawk, back to Krummenacher. Sharp angle, trying to get one over to Cooper. Puck's just loose up in the feet of a handful as Mulhorn trying to clear it out. Captain at the blue line. Broderick spinning around, still with it. Dumping it in deep, just went wide after going off Tim Hawk in front of the crease. Stick to side, Captain. Holds. Riccardi sent one wide. Proctor down low at the goal line. Chipped right down front, back in a shot from Cooper. That one's going to be covered up from Hawk. Closing in on the time where we will stop the clock in the third period. Anything under 3 minutes to go, and a game under 3 goals will lead to a clock stoppage when the puck is covered or put out of play. Paxton nearly kept it in. Redmond will. Down low, trying to work one down low, just gonna be kept aside from the Elephants. Shogun with it, trying to clear it out. Glove down, here comes Church. Church in on a breakaway, being pressured by Baxter, throws his man down to the ice, no call. And cleared back out to the neutral zone we go. Vu throws a shoulder into his man of Redmond. Don't think there's any harm there, but after what happened to Eric Church, who knows? Eric Church able to pick it up from Sprague, trying to dump it out. Was able to get it past Redmond, but just barely. As this is going to be worked back in all the way with 3:25 to go. Elephants need one to force overtime. As for the Trashmen, as they're looking to get one to secure the victory. Shogun coming in. We might have an empty net here. I'd assume the next puck stoppage very well could be a timeout. Pass up to the far side for Long. Has it on sides. Trying to dump it back down low. Turned over. Redmond has it to the blue line and will just spin back around. Dropping back to the fenceman of Baxter. Chipping up to the far side. With it at the blue line. Nearly tripped up with Spragus. His pass goes right back out to the neutral zone as here comes Shogun. Trying to break through the defenders as Bogwitz will work it down low for Riccardi. 2.5 to go. For Redmond, but couldn't get a shot off. Goes man on man against Church. As he's been put down twice hard in this period. Hutchins holds, fires, went wide. Shogun coming in, holding, centers. Be picked up from a Panda and be worked out from Baxter. 2:10 to go. Vu trying to work it back to the right. Vu's up in the feet, but not cleared out. Hutchins trying to get a tip in. Went wide. Vu to the left hash marks. Trying to fire it on. Goes off the body of Baxter and cleared up and out of play. Hitting chairs up in section 119. And there is indeed the timeout with 1:48 to go. So we'll take a quick woman timeout here as well. Once again, 1:48 to go here in the third period. I have ate pizza in Moxville every day for a week and I haven't got sick. It's not Pizza Hut. People hate on it for no reason.